Good day everyone, good day listeners. It's that favorite historian guy once again at Abdul Samuel Abiola, and today I'll be discussing a very fragile and delicate matter which greatly concerns my native land, Ede, my state government headed by Governor Ademola Adeleke and Osun State in general. Following recent development from Osun State, you would have heard that the government just made a major decision by relocating the proposed airport in Ido Osun to Akoda in Ede, and this has been heavily politicized with Ido Osun people coming out to protest heavily against it, which I think is okay for anyone to react to this kind of development. This government decision has been politicized by the politicians to make the Ido Osun people think that the governor is trying to achieve this developmental gain for the Ede people at the expense of the Ido Osun people. Now, forgetting the fact that I'm from Ede, judging my dropping all my judgments, my biases, my sentiments on the ground now looking at the factors the state government stated as the reasons for relocating the airport from Ido Osun to Akoda in Ede. Now, I have to look deep into these factors to be able to make my decisions whether it is reasonable enough to relocate an airport that has been allocated to Ido Osun for the past 10 years to another location in Akoda in Ede. Now, let's go with it, and I think you'll be using it. Now, I'll be discussing about two major factors stated by the state government as the reasons for relocating the airport from Ido Osun to Akoda in Ede. Now, the first I'll be talking is the land allocated for the airport in Ido Osun. Like, the FAA said that the land is too small to build an airport. Like the one way, for example, the minimum kilometer that could be allocated for the one way is about 4.6 or 4.8 kilometer. But they said, according to the Ido Osun structure, the one way was allocated only about 1.67 kilometers, which is like something extraordinary, because we don't want to have an airport where we'll be panicking whenever a plane wants to land. So it's not something to be forced. It's something that should operate when it's operational, when it's possible and comfortable and convenient. Not something that we just have to politicize and just build one airport, everyone will be panicking whenever a plane is going to land. That's firstly. Then secondly, the second factor is that the demolition process was going to be a very huge one, because the land allocated for the airport has been heavily occupied by both commercial and private buildings. Now, looking at this, Adeleke Secondary School is part of the buildings I'm talking about, and it's just such a magnificent group of buildings. Like the settlement, now it's going to take time, firstly, because to demolish all these buildings, are going that in fact there are going to be a lot of court litigations. A lot of people are going to sue the government. A lot of people are going to protest. A lot of people are going that there are a lot of hindrances attached to carrying out this kind of operations. And again, the settlement, the finances attached to the settlement of the owners of this building is quite huge, and that's what the government is considering. If we are going to spend this much in settling the owners of these properties, why not just look for a peaceful land where we can just like have no problem about? And now, when you look at these two factors, I think you can say yes, it is reasonable enough to relocate to a place where it will be more comfortable.